The title of the piece is She. It's about harnessing primordial female energy. A lot of people find that it has a certain natural sort of aquatic quality to it, but it's about, positive female energy and channeling that sense of body positive. I think certainly in American culture there is a lot of shame of our bodies. And so this is purposely large and boundless and colorful and without containment, because I think that that's how women should feel about their bodies. I think, that's certainly not the way that I spent much of my life feeling about myself, but I think at the age of 51, it's certainly a goal, which is to change my own attitudes about how I see myself. And, I think like a lot of women's sculpture is a proxy for the body itself. The work in the exhibition has a narrative component in the sense that my mother suffered from domestic violence and alcoholism, but it's also about the notion of healing and transcending. She died when I was very young, when I was 15 years old, and while this did happen a long time ago, I see her life as a metaphor for the things that many women suffer today. And I'm trying to make work that is about the ways in which women can transcend their conditions. I would say that the deconstructed quilts are very much about the funeral blankets, or the aspects of mourning death in my adopted Chinese culture. My husband is Chinese, and I have adopted a deep appreciation for the ways in which there is a deep reverence for the dead and for passing and honoring of family members.
My voice be here. Let my voice be here, not as sound.
Let my voice be here, not as sound.
The audio track in the exhibition was created by a New York-based poet, Aya Karpinska, who created the poem and the actual sound composition. And the poem is my mother's words to me, telling me the story that she could not tell me when she was alive about what she had lived through. I think that there's a lightness. I think you're picking up on a lightness and a joyfulness in the work that comes from me sort of feeling alive, probably for the first time in my life, feeling really present in myself. And so the joy comes through color, it comes through, certainly the color, the rich color of She, the rich fabric selection of the deconstructed quilt, where I'm using like reds and golds and oranges, or even the more monochromatic Mending Body, Mending Mind, where I'm using these almost iridescent fabrics and golds that reflect a lightness of spirit. That piece is white. There's a lightness to it. It's a heavy piece psychologically, but I feel like it's not too heavy that you could enter it, I think that certainly a lot of women artists use sewing as a form of joining, repair, and a lot of fiber artists in general are using the metaphor of sewing or weaving or knitting as a kind of rejoining, reconnecting, repair. And I think that that is why a lot of women, we are culturally have been sort of, fiber art was sort of our space to be in. Culturally, we were sort of like, well, this is what you do. But I think that we are reclaiming it as an act of healing empowerment. My goal is to make good work that is truthful and to share that work in community-based settings with people and to touch people and help them feel more comfortable and more supported in their lives.